Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. The ongoing Ebola outbreak in the Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo is rapidly spreading, with aid responders grappling with severe shortfalls in funding and essential resources. According to Dr. Amadou Bokoim, country director for the nonprofit CARE, the health system is struggling due to reduced support, especially after the U.S. government withdrew humanitarian aid last year. CARE alone lost $8.6 million, cutting a third of its staff and services, including crucial community outreach. Misinformation about the virus and cultural issues within affected communities further complicate response efforts, as does the persistent conflict between the DRC government and rebel groups, which impedes access for health workers. With no vaccine for the current Bundibugyo strain, urgent, culturally appropriate communication and consistent, albeit small, financial contributions are vital to contain the outbreak, UPI reports. According to Global News, a NATO jet operating in Estonian airspace shot down a Ukrainian drone on Tuesday, an incident Ukraine attributed to Russian electronic warfare. Kyiv stated that Russia is continually redirecting its drones into Baltic airspace using electronic warfare, including GPS spoofing and jamming, causing unintended border incursions. Ukraine apologized to Estonia and other Baltic nations, clarifying that its legitimate military targets are in Russia and it uses Russian airspace to reach them, not Baltic territory. This event is the latest in a series of cross-border drone incidents since March, with Ukrainian military drones previously straying into the airspaces of Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. The high-freaking incursions have caused political tensions, notably leading to the Latvian government's resignation last week. NATO confirmed the Romanian jet's action and reaffirmed its readiness to counter air threats. Global News reports that U.S. President Donald Trump has announced the lifting of the American blockade on the Strait of Hormuz, a critical shipping channel in the Persian Gulf. This decision follows a proposed agreement reached with Iran. Key terms of this agreement, as described by Trump, include Iran's commitment to never acquire a nuclear weapon or bomb, and the assurance of safe passage for all marine traffic through the strait. Additionally, the deal involves the withdrawal of American military forces from the areas surrounding Iran and the transfer of control over the Strait of Hormuz to a joint Omani-Iranian effort. The strait, vital for global economies including Canada, handles approximately 1/5 of the world's crude oil supply, along with fertilizer and natural gas, and has been a central point of conflict since late February. From Global News, the head of the World Health Organization, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, has arrived in Congo's capital, Kinshasa, to bolster efforts against a challenging Ebola outbreak. He acknowledged the situation is very complex, but asserted that the outbreak can be stopped. The WHO reported 960 suspected cases and 223 suspected deaths. Tedros highlighted that issues such as armed conflict-driven displacement and food insecurity are complicating containment efforts. He noted that the outbreak spread for weeks before its identification in mid-May. Despite these hurdles, medical aid from the European Union has arrived, and the United States has pledged an additional $80 million, bringing its total commitment to over $112 million. One positive development is the recovery and discharge of a confirmed Bundibugyo virus patient, with 5 more expected to recover. Health workers are exploring new drugs, though currently there is no approved treatment or vaccine for this strain. Distrust among residents due to strict burial protocols and attacks by rebel groups further complicate the response. Tedros also discouraged travel bans, noting they don't align with WHO's approach to managing such crises. 5 people were killed and more than 24, specifically 34, were injured in a bus crash on Interstate 95 in Stafford County, Virginia on Friday afternoon, According to Virginia State Police, the bus failed to slow down for a work zone and collided with 6 other vehicles. Among the injured, 3 sustained critical injuries. The fatalities were all individuals in the vehicles struck by the bus. Authorities have initiated an investigation into the incident, and criminal charges are potentially pending. This news comes from UPI. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.